Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today is episode 15 of your Nation United. As today we got a big episode ahead of us for the Moscow Superstars as we're heading into the 2027 free agency as we look to improve this team massively this season as we look to maybe add Klim Kostin in a massive trade and potentially maybe add some depth pieces in free agency as there's really isn't anything, to be completely honest with you. But before we get into the video, I'd like to just say if you are new to the channel, make sure to slap that subscribe button and hit that like button as well. That'll be very much appreciated. So let's get into today's episode. As you guys all know, we looked at free agency in the last episode. We know what we really need to improve upon. Of course, it's our wingers, kind of get better defensively. We need some younger guys to kind of come into the team and just help us out in general. Now, when we first looked at it, we're like, man, there's a lot of good players here in this free agency. You got Cole Caulfield, Brady Tkachuk, Benson, who's looking pretty goddamn good. You got Line and everything on the out of the sorts. But guess what? We're Russian, so the only best Russian that we can get right now is Pavel Buchnevich, which, you know, I don't mind. I wouldn't mind a Pavel Buchnevich. He doesn't look that bad, but to be honest with you, we could find somebody better that could be better defensively for us, and I think that could just, you know, play a better game than Buchnevich and is not 32 years old and wanting a 4-year contract, right? That's the biggest thing in my opinion. I don't want to be locking myself up on, you know, long-term contracts that are going to hurt the team for the future, and honestly, we only really need one player, and we've been signing so many bad contracts over the past couple of years just because of the fact that the team has just been so bad over the past couple of years. You know, now is the time to play it smart and start building up this team the way that we know how to build up a team and just slowly build it up like we do with any other team. This is the hardest part, is that this is with all Russians and it is very difficult to build it up. Now, you look at it, we got some strong players that we could build a pretty strong depth, and we got some guys that could even come up and play in the top 6 that I'm going to be really impressed by, that hopefully can have bounce back seasons. Like, you know, Nichushkin is one guy that I'm really hoping that can have a big season for us again. 33 points was not what it was compared to 61, and now, yes, he didn't get any power play time, but he was just not on the ball. He was really not, and Nichushkin is getting older. He's more focusing on the defensive game, which I don't mind. But the biggest thing is we need to make it to the playoffs this year. I would love to make it to the playoffs this year. It's a dream of mine. So the reason why, we're going to be doing a big-ass trade in today's episode, ladies and gentlemen. We are making a huge trade here with the St. Louis Blues, and we're going to be picking up Klim Kostin. Now, over the past little bit, Klim Kostin has a $6.3 million contract for the next 5 years. He's 6'4". He's a huge boy. Now, you look at these stats and you're like, oh, these are definitely not that impressive of stats. And I definitely agree with you. Definitely not that impressive stats. You know, look at him. You barely see a 20-goal season, but for the one in the AHL. So he hasn't produced very much, and he's going into his prime, basically. Now, he hits like a big motherfucker. He hits a lot. And also, well, he doesn't do that bad defensively. Over his past couple of years, consistently, he's been a good defensive player over the past couple of years for the St. Louis Blues. And this is why I want to play top dollar for a guy like Kostin, because this is a guy that could transcend our team to hopefully another level and hopefully make this team a lot better than what I see it as now. So the way that we're going to be offering this deal is we're going to be offering them Pavel Bykov, who is a playmaker, medium top 6, a guy that wasn't producing that bad there in Russia, who's probably going to get his first taste in the AHL as well this year. I just don't see a big-time future with him, and he's not going to be ready for, what, couple years, right? He's a 68 overall. He's 20 years old. He probably won't be ready for the next 2 years, and we need a player for the next 2 years to play for us right now and be a big player for us right now, and Klim Kostin could be that guy. We'll also add a 4th and a 5th, of course, just to kind of balance it out. And will that go through it? Yes, it will. Welcome Kostin to the Moscow Superstars, my man, and that is a huge trade for the Moscow Superstars as we just massively improved the team and hopefully made it a lot better going into the season. We are just going to be basically keeping the roster the exact same because we got a lot of players. Defensively, I am thinking about picking up one player defensively, though. I think the only players that are in that free agency list, though, is Kulikov and Zaitsev. So I'm thinking we'll pick up Zaitsev, I guess again, even though he's like a 35-year-old old man now in this legacy, because he is an old fart. He is definitely getting up there. But let's go over, because there's absolutely no one in this free agency class, which kind of sucks for us, at least. There's tons for everyone else, but not really for us. But the only guy that there is Nikita Zaitsev, who, you know, not that bad defensively. He's a meh. He's been kind of going down the last couple years. This year he kind of had a bad year, but we're gonna sign Zaitsev back on the team. He's been a big minute guy. He blocks a lot of shots. He's not terrible, but he's definitely not the greatest. Definitely not what I wanted a guy, but 1.7 for a year, I can't complain about it. And then of course we're gonna go with Georgiev and you know, the man in Nichushkin. Now we could pick up Askarov, but I mean, you can take a look at his stats. I mean, it's nothing too impressive up there with the Nashville Predators. So we will continue on ourselves here. Oh, also we do gotta sign the coaching staff. I did do a little bit of scouting for this. Now Joe Pavelski, I really love the guy. You know, he didn't have that bad of a season for him. We picked him up because he was the defensive coach. Now the problem is he doesn't fit Michkov, and he really just I don't know. I think we got to go after somebody new. Joe Pavelski did not have a very good season with us. He's only really had one good season there with Calgary. I think we're going to relinquish him. We're going to go after somebody else and kind of build a whole new coaching staff. I know, once again, but we're going to try to keep this more reliable with this coaching staff, all right? So the guy that I was kind of scouting was either Tim Beta, who, you know, A's across the board, looks like a phenomenal coach. Problem is, too expensive, and he doesn't fit the team as well, especially with Chaika and some of the lower players down there. He just didn't really fit the team as the way that I want him to fit. Same with all these guys. The one guy that did fit our team pretty solid was Jim Fisher, who coached a pretty good amount of his time there in Washington. Had meh years, but I mean, this team was kind of going downhill near that time anyways, right? You look at the balance, you know, you look at everything, the team fit. He really fits the team pretty well, especially with Sergachev and most of the players down that list. He really fits really well with. So Jim Fisher. Now, the only problem is, before we do sign him, is, you know, his B- in the offense and the defense, which, you know, is a big bummer and definitely not what we want to see, but we can back that up with hiring some good assistant coaches to help them in that 5-on-5 department. Well, you know, they could also help in the PK as well, or power play and PK. So let's find someone that has good offense and defense, which is somebody I think I scouted one before. I don't remember his name. There we go. Mario Bergevin, who has coached before with the LA Kings. Did not do too well. Made it to the playoffs a couple times. Actually, he's done not too bad in the playoffs. So this could potentially be maybe a guy in the future that could be a head coach for us in the future. So Mario Bergevin, we'll sign him to a good solid 4 years. I would love this guy for a little bit as our associate coach, especially if maybe we could use him as our head coach later on. He didn't have terrible records with the LA Kings while developing them, right? I mean, he was off and on, and he had about one good year. Somehow made it into the playoffs with that type of record, which is absolutely amazing. We should have put ourselves in the Pacific. I don't know why I put myself in the hardest division. Now, I did check assistant coaches, but there was really nothing there. But now we're looking for someone with good defense stats, and if not, we'll just go with someone that has good defense and a good PK. So we need a good PK. There we go. B and A-. That is absolutely perfect. Spencer Jones, welcome to the Moscow Superstars, my man. There we go. We should also hire some scouts, I think. Yeah, we only have 4 Russian scouts, so we'll sign a couple NHL scouts because we definitely need some new ones. Just so if we need to do a trade with anyone, then we can. Maybe we take a look at making another defensive trade. We do have some assets still to make another trade here. I know there's probably not going to be anybody available, but if we could sacrifice some of our future and maybe try to push for it, maybe we'll wait until the regular season begins. Then we'll look at what we need to add. I think that's what we'll do. We'll see once the regular season ends what we need to add to this team, and we'll just kind of go from there. I think that will be just the way that we're going to kind of go with this. Mario Bergevin, no, he rejected, but what the heck, man? Spencer Jones. I don't think the head coach is going to sign the day, but Mario Bergevin just told us to go F ourselves, but I want him on the team. I need him on the team. he has some really good offensive stats, and he's one of the only good coaches that has that. So Mario Bergevin, come on to the team, buddy. Where are you at? There we go, Bergevin. We'll lock you up to a big-time contract then, bud, if you want to. $1 mil. Also, how good does Bergevin look on this team as well? Because we were talking about him as well. Yeah, he doesn't look too bad. Most of our guys that were hired into this team actually don't look too bad for the future of this team either. Like, look at Spencer Jones. My lord. A's across the board. What the heck? All right, maybe Spencer Jones is someone to look forward to here in the future. 98 and 53. He actually wasn't that bad of an AHL head coach. So he's going to get some raw experience being a guy behind the bench in the NHL here with Jim Fisher. So maybe we get some future head coaches alongside of us here coming from the Moscow Superstars, which really does excite me. So that's some big positives coming here for the Superstars. Pretty positive offseason, I got to say. Zaitsev signs on to the team. Perfect. I am going to do a quick player search, though, to see if there is any defensemen out there that we could possibly pick up, because I think that's the last thing we need is just that one defenseman that really takes the case. And, I mean, Alexander Romanov would be that guy. $11 million at 1 year. Maybe we wait. Right? I think that's the biggest thing. Is Montreal going to be a playoff team this year, right? We got to be thinking of that process. Is Montreal going to be a playoff team this year with the team that they have? I mean, they could possibly make it back. They got players that they could push back into the playoffs once again. So I wouldn't doubt it, and they probably would need, Romanov. Romanov is their best defenseman on the team. I think they most likely are trying to clear cap to actually keep him on the team, most likely. So maybe we wait until next year. Maybe Romanov will be coming to town here and be playing for the Superstars, which would be pretty damn amazing if you ask me, if we got goddamn Romanov to play alongside of Sergachev. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better than that if you got Romanov onto the team. I think that would be the dream, but I don't think it's going to happen. I guess we said that a lot about Sergachev, and then he did dip into the free agency, and we were able to pick him up. Maybe Romanov does jump into free agency next year. Maybe I was smart for trading away that 2029 pick instead of the 2028, We'll have to see if I was right or wrong, I guess, right? Because, trading away that future pick was just like, I don't know if we're going to make it into the playoffs this year, but I can know, and I could maybe guarantee myself that I'm probably going to make it into the playoffs in 2028, just because of the fact that this team is developing. They're getting better. Even if we don't look as great as what we want us to, we'll improve. We'll get better. And I think that's just going to be the biggest thing, is that we'll continue to massively improve. So Mikheyev, Gurianov, and then also Sergachev. I also want to try to keep this team sorted together. Hopefully build up that locker room chemistry over this next little bit here for the Moscow Superstars. So the lineups. So I would like Nikita Koltsov up on that top line. I just would absolutely love him up on there. And then for the second line, we would like Ruslan Koltsov as the second line centerman for Barbashev and Gurianov. That's kind of the line I would like to make there for the second line. Still a very solid line. Plus, Ruslan Koltsov is very good defensively, so he'll carry him a little bit. And in that third line, I feel like we're missing somebody on that third line. Maybe we're not. No, we're not. No, that's kind of like the way that we are going to be looking at it. And then Chekhovich. Yeah, like we could go with that. And then Yekatrenin, Barbashev, and Mikheyev. Not terrible, but definitely not the greatest. Defensively, Zaitsev is there. This Puskariva fits at the top pair, so yeah, we could go like that. Alexeyev with Zaitsev. Zaitsev's dropping massively. Chaika, Makamadulin, Puskarivov, and then Sergachev. And then we could take a look at the AHL. Maybe we need to call up anyone. So Nikita Nesterov, 78 overall. We could call him up. We could even call up Kulisov. Almost he would be better than, using Zaitsev right now. But we're not going to. We're just going to stick with what we got there. So since we got most of the lineups, built and all that, and we probably haven't been, too late throughout the video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be jumping into the first game game against the Carolina Hurricanes. But before we do that, I'm going to go and edit the power play lines and all that. So I will be right back, and we'll show you guys the lines, and we'll jump into the first game against the Carolina Hurricanes. Alrighty, guys, so I am back, and so I was doing some more pre-scouting while I was also editing the lineups for the power play, which I will quickly show you guys here right quick for our, our special teams. Of course, we got Gurianov, Ruzin, Koltsov, Michkov, and Kostin. I actually think we actually need more of a... almost need a playmaker up at that top. Yeah, Gurianov we still need to have down there. Anyways, so Koltsov, yeah, blah, blah, blah. This is a power play lines. Makamandulin down there. Chekhovich, Vorbayov, all these guys. And then, yeah, 4-man, your PK, and also your 3-man. Now, I was really looking deep into the defense as well. Of course, we got Sergachev, Puskaraevov, Chaika, Makamandulin, Alexeyev, and Zaitsev, which, I don't mind these pairings. It's not too bad. Makamandulin's kind of dip back down, but you look at you look at the defense. Sergachev, solid defensively. Puskaraevov, not too bad. He has good defensive awareness, but when it comes to shot blocking or anything else, he is just not there. And you could see there by last year when he played how many games? What was it? 19 games on the season. Puskaraevov gave away the puck 25 times, was never able to pick off that puck off the defender's stick. Makamandulin, decent defensively. Chaika, who is amazing defensively, really solid guy, but blocks a lot of shots, hits the guys, he produces some points, and then you got Alexeyev, and then you got Zaitsev, who does not look very good, does not fit in the spot that he does, and I think, we don't want to rush Puskaraevov's development. I don't want to. The reason why is because I think we could go after somebody else. And I've seen somebody that kind of caught my eye and that could really push this team to that next step. And I think that is Gavrikov. If I'm saying that again, Gavrikov, I think it is. Gavrikov. He will be coming to the Moscow Superstars. I don't care. I will be willing to pay to pick this guy up for this team. We're going to be trading Kulisov, a guy that has not been developing very well, and also a second-round pick of this year. Just because I believe that Gavrikov will be a guy that could be such a huge player for the Moscow Superstars going forward. So Kulisov and a second-round pick for Gavrikov. Welcome to the team, my man. I don't care if we overpaid. I don't give a rat's ass. We needed a player like that. He is a big player for the Moscow Superstars, and welcome to the team, my man. Welcome to the team. I am excited to have a brand new player on the team now. I am super hyped. So instead of Zaitsev being there, and now we're gonna have practically all lefties, basically all up and down the wings, which I don't. It doesn't really hinder me too much. So now what we're gonna go with is Sergachev and Chaika, who I think will be a great top two pairing, and then Gavrikov. And then Makamandulin, Puskaraevov, and then Alexeyev as well. So the defense is looking solid, brah. It is looking stonewallish. And then I also want him on the PK because we definitely need him on the PK without a doubt. He will be such a huge guy for our defense, without a doubt. So there we go. Here's the starting lineups for the Moscow Superstars as we're going to be heading into the game against the Carolina Hurricanes, which should be pretty exciting. Alrighty, so let's jump into the game against the Carolina Hurricanes, baby. The first game of the season. I am hoping that this season is way better than years prior. We have a really strong defensive core with Sergachev and Gavrikov. We also picked up Klim Kostin. The team has massively improved this season, and we brought in we brought in a lot of good players to make this team improved, and I'm hoping it works. We didn't have a great, season there in the preseason. Jesus, we got absolutely whooped. But I'm hoping we can have a good game here against the Carolina Hurricanes. Game 1 of the 2027-28 season here for the Moscow Superstars. Will they finally make it to the playoffs, or will they just flop? Who knows? So let's jump into the first game here against the Carolina Hurricanes. So first period, 2-1. Koltsov, Lindbohm, and Leonard got the first 2 goals of the game there for the Hurricanes. Not the greatest start for us. I do need to, it is 8 times. I definitely need to find a new spot for that camera because it is blocking my point of view. So Mikheyev gets a big one there for the Moscow Superstars that tie the game up at 2, as we're definitely going to jump into this one now. I can't wait. So let's jump into this one between the Superstars and the Carolina Hurricanes. All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the Moscow Superstars up against the Carolina Hurricanes, and of course we're on the PK already. Definitely not what I imagined to start off this little bit here, but oh, great chance there from Svechnikov. Chaika being pushed up against the boards. We got to just get this out, guys. We got a lot of Russians there against on the Carolina Hurricanes, and Svechnikov and Ponomarian, I think his name is. Actually, two guys that I would really love to pick up, but we know Carolina is going to be a good team for a while. I'm probably not going to get those guys until they age out, most likely. Also, we definitely do got to check after this game, because we're probably only going to be able to do this game in maybe a month of simulating here for the Moscow Superstars. But, oh, and that got tipped right into the back of the net. Svechnikov put it right in the back of the net there on Nichushkin. What a chance there. His first goal of the season there. Power play. Nice chance there. Really good play. I mean, nice tip there. Put it right into the back and the net. Not that we could really do there. Bad penalty there for Ruslan Koltsov, whatever he took. But, I mean, yeah. We definitely need him out there. Actually, I don't know if you think he's on the power on the PK, actually, to be exact. But that one right in the back of the net went right between the 5-hole, and it was a nice tip too. I think, yeah, did it just go right off? Right off Svechnikov's stick and right into the back of the net there for the Hurricanes. Definitely not, you know, the way that we wanted to start this game off. We'll get the first line out there here for the Superstars, and we'll see how they do. Let's see how they do. Let's see how Kostin does in his new uniform. Michkov, he has now been pressured. Slavin pushes him out the puck, though. Battle alongside the board. Sergachev almost got it, but now it's a break here. Lascelles, he has it. He's speeding away. Nice pass, but that got turned over. Over to Svechnikov. Koltsov has it now. Over to Kostin. He's carrying it up now for the Superstars. That poked away. Brings it back into the zone. Still has it. Back up to the point. Over to Chaika. Chaika tried to get it off, but Lascelles blocked it. Now the Hurricanes are down the ice. But gets cut off there by Sergachev. Nice defensive play there, buddy. My lord. Chaika over to Michkov. Michkov gets pushed off the puck once again. Dougie Hamilton has it now. He's carrying it up here for the Hurricanes. Over to Lascelles. Nice chance. Rebound. Bjorkstrom puts it right in the back of the net, and the Hurricanes go up 4-2. Yeah. Typical crap where we lose like hell. We were actually, I didn't think we were actually doing that bad, but that one just squeaked right by Nichushkin, and that one right into the back of the net. I don't know, man. Is Nichushkin really our guy? Because he's not looking like one here. What the hell was he doing? Why didn't he throw out his blocker or something? He practically let Bjorkstrom score on him, basically. Jeez Louisa, come on, guys. I mean, this team looks pretty goddamn good here in Carolina's. Bjorkstrom, he has now over to Lindblom, over to Vandermeer. Vandermeer pulls back, shot, but blocked. Gavrikov gets it over to Koltsov, over to Gurianov. He has it now. Come on, Gurianov. What timer? Oh my god, what a save. What a chance there for Barbashev, I think that was. And what a save. Gurianov back at it again. Ruslan Koltsov, nice shot there, but that got blocked. Koltsov being pushed up against the boards. He's still getting pushed up. Madulin over to Gurianov and Blackwood with another save there on these Superstars. My lord, is he ever playing an amazing game right now? My lord, bro. What are you on, dude? Vorobyev, I mean, he's definitely not the perfect shooter in the world, but that just missed by just the slightest little mark. Oh, that sucked. That sucked. The third line's out there now. Leonard, he has it now. Paskarivov, good defensive play. Keep pushing him off the puck. Keep battling, buddy. Or that's Madulin. Good defensive play there, Madulin. Chaika over to Gavrikov. Nichushkin trying to get over the rope. Is that one timer? Oh my god, it's still loose. Oh my lord, guys. How are you guys not doing anything right now, man? My little action figure's blocking my point of view here with 3:39 left. Man, Blackwood's making some big saves here for the Hurricanes, my lord. Some massive ones. It's insane how they're playing right now, bro. They're saving everything from left to right. Alexiev. Ooh, nice shot there. Big save there by Blackwood. They were pushing him against the boards now. Battle for the puck. Zadorov trying to get it out. Ropasov, he has it still. Trying to get it tucked in. But Blackwood able to find it and freeze it. 2:35 left. We're actually pushing here near the end. We're actually getting some good offensive opportunities here. Some nice shots there from Alexeyev. Some nice chances there from Ropachov. I mean, not terrible. The fourth line's out there now. Trenin, Barbashev, and Mikheyev. Face-off win. Plus Gurianov, the guy got absolutely hammered. Oh, nice chance there from Barbashev. Good save there once again from Blackwood. Barbashev once again. That tipped into the corner. And the Hurricanes, they look to get it out now. As this guy's circling around. Somehow no one's able to get on him. Jesus. Holy crap, what was that guy doing? Barbashev has it again. Oh, it's only the second period? Oh my lord, I jumped into the game at the second period. What was I thinking? I was like thinking, oh, I'll jump in here 10 minutes. Oh, my camera just died on me too. Anyways, we will jump out of this game. Now, that was a good little bit to see here from the Moscow Superstars. Definitely not the worst game in the world, but, you know, we performed quite well. I didn't think we played, you know, the worst hockey in the world. I thought that was not that bad. Hey guys, quick little blurb here at the end of the video, as I messed up recording the ending of it. I will just throw that right out there, right off the get-go. There should have been a little bit of ending of this video talking about the prospects that should be coming up. And you know what I'm excited for next year with the Moscow Superstars, which there's two decent defensive prospects in McGillney and I think Kodubin, I think the other guy is. And then the other guy is Fedorov, who should be going in the second round as well. We didn't do very much else in this episode to end off the video. We did have Garakovo, but I already think that happened anyways. But yeah, nothing else happened. Now, going into the next episode, there was a bit of a recording mistake. I did also forget to record that entire episode. So the next episode for Nation United will be a small one. Sorry guys about that. I've been having some recording issues with my PS4 as I'm having to record on that instead of recording normally on my Elgato. So I can usually check if it's recording or not pretty easily. Now I really can't. I have to just make sure that I pay attention and make sure I press the record button, which for the next couple recording sessions, I will make sure I do that for you guys. And yeah, make sure I don't have any mistakes like I did in this recording session, because I seemed like I forgot to press the recording button so many times. But sorry guys for the interruptions, and sorry guys for the little bit of mistakes. But everything should be back and smooth and ready to go throughout this next week, and especially on the Columbus Blue Jackets videos, they should be all fine, hopefully. But for right now, guys, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching the episode, and I will be seeing you guys all in the next one. Adios, amigos.